Question 45. In this question, we are given that there are two groups of students who took a history test. One is group A and another one is group B. Now we are asked that was the average score of the students in group A higher than the average score of students in group B who took the test? So let us take the average score of the students in group A as AVG A, subscript A, and average score of students of group B as AVG B, subscript B. Okay. So yes will be yes, that the average score of students of group A is greater than average score of group B. And no will be average score of group A will be less than or equal to sign will also be there. Okay. Average score of group B. So let us quickly jump to the statements. This is clearly yes or no type of problem, right? So I have already drawn the yes or no table. So what does the first statement say? The first statement says that of the students who took the test, 10 were in group A and 12 were in group B. So group A had 10 students and group B had 12 students. But we don't know the score of any of the students. Okay, we don't know the score of any of the students. Let us take the score of all the students as 8 points out of 10. Okay, we will be taking out of 10 the score out of 10. Okay, so let all of the students of group A score 8, let all of the students of group B score 9. Validity check, then yes, it is possible, right? So here the average of group B will be greater than average of group A. Definitely, because it will be 9, it will be 8. So I get a no over here. Can I get a yes? Yes, I can get a yes. Let all the students of group A score 9 and let all the students of group B score 8. We can reverse the digits, right? So it is clearly average of group A greater than average of group B. So I got a no, yes over here. When I get one yes and one no, that statement is clearly not sufficient. Whenever statement 1 is not sufficient, we cross AD. Let us check statement 2. Statement 2 says that of the test, the highest score achieved was achieved by a group B student and the lowest score achieved was achieved by a group A student. Okay. So here, highest score is achieved by group B student and one of the group B student. Okay. And lowest score is achieved by group A student. So here, we don't know the number of students in group A or group B. Okay. So this is clearly not sufficient enough to answer our problem. Why? Because by knowing the lowest and the highest score only, we cannot judge whether the average of group A will be greater than or less than group B. Right? So it might be possible that one of the students in group A scored the lowest mark, but all of the other students in group A were scoring very high marks. Okay, not more than the highest, but very high marks. And it is and one of the students in group B is scoring highest mark, but all the rest of the students are scoring very low marks. Means not lower than the lowest, but very low marks. In that case, the average of group A will be greater. But it might be possible that the students in group A, all of them are scoring low marks, and all of the students in group B are scoring high marks. So that is also one of the possibilities. So in that case, we get a no. Okay. So for all the validities, we can get either of them. Okay, it can be greater than, or it can be less than, or it can be equal to also. We can get a yes, no, and all of them. Okay, so it is also clearly not sufficient. Whenever statement 1 and statement 2 are not sufficient, cross. Now what do we have? Whenever both the statements are not sufficient, we have to club both of them, right? Let us club both of them and check what will happen. 1 and 2 combined. So A has 10 students and B has 12 students. Then highest score is of one of the students of B and lowest score is scored by one of the students of A. This is a similar case as the previous one. Okay, even if we know the number of students in A and B, it doesn't change the condition. So the explanation that I explained in statement 2 is valid here also. Means it is possible that one of the student is scoring very high in B, but all the rest of the 11 students are scoring very low marks. And one of the student is scoring the lowest, but all the rest of the students are scoring very high. All the rest of the 9 students are scoring very high, not higher than the highest. Okay. So in that case, average A will be greater than B. A greater than B, right? Average. So I get a yes. But it is also possible that all the 11 students are scoring very high in group B and all the 9 students are scoring very low in group A. So in that case, average of B is greater than average A. So I can get a yes or a no. Means there are many possibilities possible over here also. Okay, we can get their average is equal also. So on combination also, both of them are not sufficient. Why are they not sufficient? Because they have not given us the scores of any of the students. Okay, they have given us for one student only, but if we have more data, then we can judge, then we can clearly judge. Okay, but here we cannot. So whenever statement 1 and 2 together are not sufficient, we cross C also, and our correct answer is option E. I hope it is clear.